New money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. Took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for Vanish. Be cooling out in the whip, but I done near every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I'm like Speed at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Houston Texans. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's Leonard Fournette, 1,000-yard rusher from a year ago. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Great. 81.
Wentz to throw on second down. Dumps it off to Fournette. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
Run. Great.
Wentz now on first down. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued. Let
me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Detroit! Gone!
After the interception, here's Rosen. And his first pass is incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Flush to his right. And it is caught at the 7. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Trying to punch it in with Smith. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Ito Smith with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Tokyo! Hey, stat! Man 5-7! Let's go deep. Why? Get one! There's 5-7. Two jet! Shorty! Lion! 5-9. Push it!
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Here's Wentz to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Lynch 5-3. Go. Lynch. 46 down, man, 5-4.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Trey 15.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. From midfield, here's Wentz. And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
81, 81. 82, 82.
On first down, Wentz. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Telvin Smith in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. On second down, here's Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
First down, it's Rosen. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A first down carry for Smith. And he stopped immediately there. The tackle there by John Johnson.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On second down, here's Rosen. Caught right side, Davis. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 3 catches last week. He's got 3 in the first quarter here tonight.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Sua Cravens coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. On second down, Rosen. And he's going to go down again. Geno Atkins in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going at quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Completes it to Coleman. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And Gano's kick is right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So that'll back them up 5. The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Shotgun now for Wentz. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And down he'll go at the 25. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Anderson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. They go play action here on 1st down. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Play action here with Rosen. And Davis with it left side. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Starting to rack up the yardage here in this 1st half. 5 catches now and a 1st down. From the gun, it's Rosen. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's a 3rd and goal, and he'll get nothing out of that one. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets?
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Josh Rosen taking it in. And the Texans will extend their lead. 4th and goal, and they just tell the leader of this offense to sneak it in there, and he got it done.
Yeah, all you're trying to do is follow the wedge that's created in front of you. Center, guards, tackles. Just get low, fire out, and you get low right behind them and get it over the goal line.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Wentz going to throw. That's caught right side by Anderson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Throwing now is Wentz. It's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
82.
Wentz to throw on second down. Dumps it off to Fournette. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Black, come on. 81. That's it. 81. Great.
Throwing on first is Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A gain of 6 there on first.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
82.
Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
81.
It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Great 15.
Wentz now on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Shorty. Great 15. That's it.
From the gun, it's Wentz. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Go. 81. Go. That's it.
Wentz now on first down. He's to the 10, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The Cowboys on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Trey 15.
Wins to throw again. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reaction to those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Trey 15.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Flushed out right. That is caught at the 7. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5.
Black, come on. Trey 15.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Robbie Anderson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. Returnable here for Davis. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 30-yard line at the 34. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Geno Atkins in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
3rd and long here for Rosen. It's caught. Jones. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And his throw here's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
All right, now, look at 56.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here is Montgomery on 3rd and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Robert Kindici in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now out comes Houston. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, here's Rosen. Left side caught by Diggs. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He's going to let this go. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They give him a gain of 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Geno Atkins in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Rosen off the play action. He'll buy some time right. That is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. In for the score. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Gano for the extra point. Gano the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And that is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Run. Run. 82. Black, come on. There, sit.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. Forced out to his left. The left side completion to Jones. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Go.
Here's Wentz to throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Robert Kindici in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Back now in Houston, it's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Shotgun now for Wentz. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Great 57. Great.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Texans defense stands tall. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down to the...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Great 15. 82, 82. Please win. Go. Shift.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Black.
To throw, it's Wentz. That's caught out left by Perriman. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Great 15.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to air one out. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Gone! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Texans will extend their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And terrific field position here as they finally get him just shy of the midfield stripe.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
20. I'm bringing it to you. Gold. 82. Shift.
Wentz now on 1st down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Everson Griffin in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Gold. Great 15.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play here for Dallas. 56 yards.
For Tokyo. Black. 82. Shift. Please win. Great 15.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Robert Kimdichie in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. Wentz to throw on second down. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Great 15. Great. Liz. 81. 36. We're a shift. 81. 82.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Oh, Rosen's going to throw it. It's complete to Diggs. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now Rosen to throw on second down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And now out comes Houston. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Gone! Detroit! Gone!
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. And Rosen's actually going to throw it here. And Diggs has it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Left side caught by Diggs. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Detroit! Gone! All right, now, lucky 56.
Rosen to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there. And it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They'll try and run for it with Smith. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Let's go, team. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
Fourth down. Here's Rosen. That is caught at the 7. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Buying time to his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hut. Hut.
On second down, here's Rosen. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hut.
Third and goal, Rosen. He'll air this one toward Coleman. And this one is incomplete. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.